Location 1, St Clement's. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St Clement's. Two churches claim to be the St Clement's. St Clement Danes is on the Strand and close to Covent Garden and its fruit markets. St Clement's Eastcheap is close to the wharfs where the fruit would have been brought ashore. In the game, this is where you can buy the cheapest resource, lemons. A bell here gives you a lemon a round, and workers here will go early the next round. Location 2, St Margaret's. Bullseyes and targets, say the bells of St Margaret's. St Margaret's, Lothbury, is nowadays just behind the Bank of England, but in medieval times there were fields nearby, where obligatory archery practice was undertaken on Sundays. In the game you can win gold in an archery competition here. A bell here gives you extra gold, and it's a good spot to help with next round's turn order. Location 3, St Giles. Brickbats and tiles, say the bells of St Giles. St Giles without Cripplegate is a church in the modern Barbican complex, but it is also close to Cripplegate, one of the gates in the walls of the City of London. This was once a stonemasons district. In the game, you can buy one of the resources, bricks here, and you can get a brick a turn with a bell here. Location 4, St Martin's. Halfpence and farthings, say the bells of St Martin's. St Martin Ongar was a church situated in Martin Lane, unfortunately destroyed by the Great Fire of London, although a bell tower survives. This was the money-lending district of London. In the game, players become moneylenders, issuing loans here in return for interest payments. A bell here increases the interest paid. Location 5, St Peter's. Pancakes and fritters, say the bells of St Peter's. St Peter's Cornhill is built on the site of earlier churches dating all the way back to the year 179 during Roman Britain. The rhyme refers to the fast food activities that were going on in the surrounding streets. In the game you can get a resource here, pancakes, as well as getting discounted pancakes with the bell. Location 6, Whitechapel. 2 sticks and an apple, say the bells at Whitechapel. This is probably an obscure reference to a handbell, 2 sticks and an apple. Whitechapel is where the bell foundries are, where most of London's church bells were made. In the game, you can issue bells here and donate them to churches to get a bell bonus. Bells may be converted back to gold here. Location 7, St Catherine's. Maids in white aprons, say the bells at St Catherine's. St Catherine Cree is a church near Aldgate and close to the markets of Leadenhall. These markets are at least 600 years old and still exist today, full of cheesemongers, butchers and florists. In the game, players can sell resources here, gaining gold and potentially victory points. A bell increases the gold earned. Location 8, St John's. Pokers and tongs, say the bells of St John's. St John's is the chapel in the Tower of London, and this is therefore likely a reference to torture chambers. In the game, we have made it a place to get a benefit from the crown. You can get a lemon, a brick, gold or victory points here. The first worker here moves to the blue spot, and a bell here gives you the orange spot at the beginning of the turn order. Location 9, St Anne's. Kettles and pans, say the bells of St Anne's. St Anne's and St Agnes is a church not far from St Paul's on Gresham Street. The area around it was an iron-making and coppersmithing district, hence the reference to kettles and pans. In the game you can buy the most valuable resource, pans here, and a bell here gives you a discount on buying sets of pans. Location 10, Aldgate. Old Father Baldpate, say the slow bells at Aldgate. This is a reference to the bald-headed saint St Botolph, who was the patron saint of transportation and travellers. The rhyme may also relate to a second bell foundry found at Aldgate, but in the rhyme we have gone with the travelling option, and we've used this as the place for you to upgrade your transportation and with a bell get a warehouse. Location 11, St Helens. You owe me 10 shillings, say the bells of St Helens. This is supposed to be a reference to a wealthy merchant turned miserly moneylender. However, as we already had a location linked to money lending, and as it happens this place is not far from Jonathan's coffee shop, the site of the early stock exchange, made this the place to buy and sell shares, and with a bell get an advantage in trading. Location 12, Old Bailey. When will you pay me? Say the bells of Old Bailey. The bells here are those in St Sepulchre without Newgate, which is right next door to Old Bailey and its courts. The rhyme references outstanding debts, perhaps settled in court, but to us the rhyme also hinted at speculation, like the long-distance shipping trade, which you can invest in here and with the bell get an advantage in. Location 13, Shoreditch. When I grow rich, say the bells of Shoreditch. This is the church of St Leonard's, Shoreditch. Shoreditch is one of the most poor areas of London in the 18th century, and the rhyme therefore hints at a hope that may one day get better. Here you can buy and sell goods at low bargain rates, even free at the start, the bell giving you a small but regular income. Location 14, Stepney. Pray, when will that be? Say the bells of Stepney. St Dunstan's Church, Stepney, is another one of London's ancient churches. This is close to the docklands and the river, and the rhyme may relate to sailors' wives waiting for their husbands to come home with their pay. In the game you complete cargoes here in order to get rewards such as gold and victory points. A bell here helps complete the cargoes. Location 15, St Paul's. Perhaps when you are old, say the bells of St Paul's. St Paul's is of course London's ancient cathedral that has existed since 604 AD. The meaning of this line is obscure. Maybe a reference to a second career later in life, perhaps a change in direction, and we needed a place where you could get additional workers and with a bell alter an action. So this is what you can do here in the game. Location 16, Bow. I do not know, says the great bell of Bow. A true Cockney is always born within the sound of Bow bells, and Dick Whittington is supposed to have heard the bells calling him back to London to become Lord Mayor. So in the game you can buy votes here in an attempt to become Lord Mayor, and with the bell get an extra advantage in that effort.